Welcome to Lesson 6 of the Daily Python series. Today, we're tackling the decision you make in literally every script you write, which data structure to reach for. List, dict, tuple, or set. Get this right, and your code scales and fits the brain. Get it wrong, and you're looking at code that's 10 times slower or 10 times harder to read. This lesson is the decision tree that turns that guesswork into reflex. So here's where we're headed. 4 skills, 1 outcome. You pick the right structure on the first try. List for when sequence matters, your default 80% of the time. Dict when you need 01 lookup by name. Tuple for fixed size groups like coordinates or pairs, and set for uniqueness and fast membership tests. By the end, you'll also know when to graduate to counter and default dict. This is the slide worth burning into memory. 4 shapes, 4 jobs. List uses square brackets. Ordered, mutable, duplicates fine. Dict uses curly braces with keys, your 01 lookup table. Tuple uses parentheses. Ordered but immutable, perfect for fixed records. Set also uses curly braces, but no keys. Unordered and unique only, built for deduplication and fast membership checks. Same syntax family, completely different contracts. Get this shape-to-job mapping locked in, and you stop refactoring later. Of those 4, 2 do the heavy lifting. List and dict are where you'll spend roughly 80% of your day, so master 5 methods on each and you're set. For lists, append, index, negative index, and sort. For dicts, bracket lookup, items for iteration, and the senior reflex right there at the bottom. Use .get with a default for any optional key, so a missing field returns a fallback instead of crashing with a key error. Now meet the specialists. A tuple is your immutable record. Fixed shape, unpacks cleanly, and because it can't change, it's hashable, which means it works as a dict key where a list would fail. A set is the opposite job, unique items only, with 01 membership tests. And here's the one-line trick worth memorizing. Wrap any list in set, then back in list, and duplicates are gone. Plus you get real math operators. Union, intersection, difference, all built in. Here's the decision tree that turns all of this into reflex. 3 questions, asked in order, before you write a single line. 1. Do I need fast lookup by name? Yes, dict. 2. Do I need unique items or membership tests? Yes, set. 3. Is this a fixed size group that won't change? Yes, tuple, otherwise list. That's it. 5 seconds of thinking saves you 10 minutes of refactoring later. Once that reflex is locked in, the standard library hands you 2 upgrades you'll use constantly. Defaultdict kills the check if key exists, then create empty list, then append dance. 1 line, done. And counter, word frequency, log analysis, top N items. What used to be a loop with a dict is now a single function call. These ship with Python, no pip install, just import and look senior. Now let's stack 6 more reflexes that compound every single day. Wrap any sequence in list of set to dedupe in 1 line. Use dicty.get with a default to dodge key errors forever. Unpack tuples directly instead of indexing into them. Pass a key function to sorted for custom ordering. Convert to a set before repeated membership checks. That's ON, collapsing to 01. And reach for counter.mostCommon when you need top N. 5-line patterns, 1-line idioms. Here's your whole toolkit on one screen, 12 patterns that cover 90% of what you'll write this week. The 4 literals on top, the core mutations in the middle, and at the bottom, the power moves. Fast membership with sets, default dict for auto-creating missing keys, and counter for top N frequency in a single line. Screenshot this. When you're stuck choosing a structure, this is your decision tree. Now the flip side, 5 mistakes that will cost you an afternoon if you don't see them coming. Bracket access on a missing key throws key error, so reach for .get with a default. Checking membership on a huge list is ON, convert to a set, and it's instant. Never mutate a list while looping over it. Iterate a copy or build a new one. Tuples are immutable by design, that's the feature. And don't trust set ordering. Sort it if order matters. Time to lock it in with 3 quick exercises. First, dedup and count, wrap a list in set for uniques, then let counter.mostcommon do the heavy lifting. 2 stdlib tools, 2 lines, done. Second, the decision tree itself. Phonebook is a dict, RGB is a tuple, post tags are a set, blog posts in order are a list. Match the use case to the property. Third, group users by role with defaultdict of list. That's the senior pattern, and it closes out the daily track. And that wraps lesson 06. You've got list and dist, tuple and set, a real decision tree, and the senior level moves with defaultdict and counter. Data structures? Chosen, not guessed. Next up, we shift tags from daily to advanced with lesson 07, Error Handling. Try except, custom exceptions, defensive versus paranoid code, the shape that turns scripts into engineering. See you there.